If you want a helmet just like this, go with a green iron. The link is in the description down below and the comment section. They have all types of teams from NFL, NCAA. You can get you a mini helmet, replica helmet. You can get a custom helmet if you want to as well. And also use my promo code at checkout, PITSIN, to get yourself an extra discount. So go over there and shop now. Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. By the video title, you know what this video is about. Steelers versus Commanders, game preview. Week 10 matchup, the 7-2 Commanders versus the 6-2 Steelers. Steelers come off a bye week. You know, Coach Tomlin has an amazing record after the bye week, and he also is 24-6 versus rookie quarterback. So this should be a good matchup right here. A good matchup. And, you know, after the bye week, like I mentioned, like throughout the week, discussing different teams got to play and face. Most of these teams going to be the playoffs. Either in the playoff race or in the cusp of the playoffs, except the Browns. That's the only team that probably won't be in the playoffs, but everybody else is going to be in the playoffs. So we playing some teams that are contenders, teams that's contending for the playoffs and maybe for the Super Bowl, like the Ravens, the Chiefs. Those two teams right there are going to be contending for the Super Bowl. So we playing those teams. We have to go out there and test our skills against some of those top layer teams and top, skillful teams, big time quarterbacks as well. And we got one this week against the Commanders on the road. And this would be a good matchup because you look at kind of like how this game is kind of set up a little bit too. Right after the bye week, you get a tough matchup, and you just added Mike Williams and Preston Smith to your team, which helps out a lot too as well. You already had an elite defense, Super Bowl caliber defense, and then you add Preston Smith to that defense as well, and bolsters up even more. And you look at the offense, Kevin Austin and Van Jefferson played better the past few games they did play, but it's still not good enough in a sense to be a consistent receiver too. So you go out there and get Mike Williams. Now those guys can still ball out and play too as well, but we have Mike Williams there, a guy who can be consistently relied on over and over, a big target down the field and can fit the offense perfectly. We use the run and set up the pass, play action and stuff, and you see Mike Williams, who's 6'5", running down the sideline. He can turn a 50-50 ball, like I mentioned many times, to 60-40, to 70-30 sometimes at times as well. So you have those two guys, and Russell Wilson let him throw that deep ball and let the target his big targets out there. So we're going to see the offense kind of be a little more explosive. The offense already is averaging 23 points per game, which is cool, but I think it can be higher. It can get a little higher as well. And defense on the line, 15 points per game, doing a good job at stopping teams. Good job at getting out there. In that last game against the Giants, he allowed the Giants to run all around them and like get through and stuff like that, make plays on the ground. But hopefully the Steelers can lock in for this one. But the Commanders, a few things you can probably exploit maybe in their team. Looking at actually start with the positives first. Start with the positives of the Commanders, of course. Commanders, Jaden Daniels and their offense have been booming, playing very good. Their offense been playing very good. Everything been booming, and their pass defense has been good too. Only allowing 184 passing yards per game. And, they got all those good DBs flying around back there too as well. So they went out there and put that in draft. They drafted a lot of those guys. Free agency as well, added a lot of those pieces. Pass defense is doing good. You got Coach Quinn, who his specialty is defense like that. Now the run defense is you can exploit that a little bit. They're allowing over 143 rushing yards per game, so that's one way you can exploit their team. But the pass defense is very good. Jaden Daniels been playing very good. 72 completion percentage, which is probably league high. It's definitely a rookie record right now so far if he can maintain this. 72 completion percentage, 9 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions, and he got some rushing touchdowns as well. I don't know how many exact he got on the ground, but he do have some rushing touchdowns on the ground as well. He's playing at a high level, playing very good, and the team is sitting at 7-2. Making some big time amazing plays and just giving the Commanders life. We haven't seen that life in the Commanders in quite some time. The last time they made the playoffs was that COVID year. They had Taylor Heineke, remember he rushed for the touchdown and I think he dislocated his shoulder on that play. That's the last time they had like some hype surrounding them. Chase Young and them was there. That was like years back. Now they kind of got that hype back again. A new culture, a new era of the Commanders football. They're looking pretty good too. You have a lot of running backs back there as well. Brian Robinson. You got Austin Eckler, who can go out there and be a dual threat. He can catch out the backfield, can line up as a receiver sometimes, occasionally in the slot. He also can run well too as well, those inside zone runs and all type of things Austin Eckler can do as a player. The receiving core, Terry McLaurin, Noah Brown, and the one dude, I forgot his name. With that, he had a different name, a different type of name. I forgot his name, but they have him as well. And they also have Zach Ertz. And Zach Ertz has been playing pretty good since he's been healthy. So the receiving core, if you look at it, it's not like super like threatening, but those guys have been making plays. Of course, Scary Terry gonna make plays. He's a top tier guy, of course. He's put up 1,000 yards, I think, every season in his career with all different quarterbacks. He's a guy who's gonna make plays all the time. So having a guy like that, and then you have the other guys who are coming in and making plays here and there as well for them. They're just showing you they can get it done either side. But some things that the Steelers could exploit, like I mentioned earlier, is that run defense. They can definitely exploit that run defense. 148 rushing yards a game. Najee Harris has rushed for 100 straight. I think 3 straight 100-yard games, 3 straight games against the Raiders, against the Jets, and the Giants, like that. So, and now he can keep that tier, and we get Cordell Patterson back as well. Jalen Warren is very good too as well. We got him as well. We're gonna run that football very well against him. Now their passing defense is good, so that'd be a little thing that's limited. But when you can run the football, it'll make them and force them to come up and load the box, and you get opportunities outside one-on-one with your big targets in George Pickens, your big target in Mike Williams, Pat Fryermuth, Darnell Washington. Have again utilized a lot more ever since Russ got put into the starting lineup, and you go out there and make some things happen, of course. And you look at our defense versus them, their offense is very good. Their offense is good. He's averaging, he's second in scoring offense. I think it's 28 points, 29 points per game. Doing a very good job in scoring. Jaden Daniels is a quarterback who has the ability to run, but he only uses that when it's necessary. He's not a quarterback who's just like, get the ball, run first type of quarterback. And you watch this game, now you see him in college, you probably think that, but you watch his game, how he play in the NFL, he played a lot against the college. He know how to play a game and know how to feel the temperature of the game. Like, okay, this is the type of game I have to use my legs. This is a game I have to do this. I'm going to do this right there. We have to play conservative, play this. He has that feel, and you usually don't see that from rookies right off the bat. But he got that feel, and he's playing very good, and you kind of see like necessary to use his legs to go out there and run. Luckily, the Steelers do have good middle linebackers. Linebackers are like Peyton Wilson, Patrick Queen, different guys who can get out there and make plays on the quarterback. Of course, our edge rusher and TJ Watt, we handle quarterbacks who can run before. Lamar Jackson has a horrible record against the Steelers. I think he's 1-4, if I'm not mistaken. 1-3, 1-4. They count. They say as a starter because they count the other games too because he came in for a play when Joe Flacco was starting. He came in rookie season for a play. I think he scored a touchdown, like a little rushing touchdown. But as a starter, I think Lamar Jackson is 1-3 versus the Steelers. 1-3 or 1-4 versus the Steelers. So we do a good job against some mobile quarterbacks at times like that. Good job at those, like keeping those guys contained, because you know when they get the pocket, it's not the threat of them running, which is the threat, but the threat of them throwing on the run. Like you don't know what they're gonna do like that. Make magic happen. And Jaden Daniels, he's like, I remember I mentioned, I kind of compared him to Josh Allen. I said skinny Josh Allen. I did my analysis on my personal channel, the Arsenal D.B channel. I remember the draft analysis. I said Jaden Daniels remind me of a skinny Josh Allen. I was like, if he can maintain his accuracy in the NFL and use athleticism, he's gonna be similar in that play style because he has that ability. He play like that. And from the looks of it, you see him playing like that. He has the arm to get the ball down the field, throwing a run. Good accuracy as well. He's more accurate than rookie Josh Allen was, of course, but he has the accuracy as well. He didn't have the size, of course. He's 6'5", 6'6", but he's not that big in stature. But he's still good enough to get the job done. So the Steelers have to make sure they contain the edge and keep him in the pocket. You know, make sure you get after him. Don't let him get out the pocket doing crazy stuff that you do. Keep him in the pocket. And you want them to pass the ball. So you want to be able to stop their run. Brian Robinson, Austin Eckler, those guys can get some stuff going like that and run the ball. You don't want them to become when they're able to run the ball and start opening so much up. You want to be able to stop them from running the football so you can make it one-dimensional, keep them out there. But when you're playing against mobile quarterbacks, it's never one-dimensional because they can use their legs too as well. But you'd rather have him have a ball in his hand and your best guys like TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith, Nick Herbert, now Preston Smith, Kendall Bennett, all those guys rushing that guy because you feel like you have a better chance of winning when those guys are rushing in rather than trying to stop the run like that. They just running you over. So I think the Steelers, they can do that. They can probably find a way to win this game. It's gonna be a very close game. My score prediction for this game is very close. I think the winner of this game, I hope my Steelers win, but this game could go either way to anybody. I think the Steelers could pull it off. But whoever win this game gonna win by 3 points. I think it's gonna be 23-20. It's gonna be one of those games where the defenses do their thing, where they keep the game just moderate. It's not too high, not too low in scoring, and the offense gonna have to make a play to get it done. Either team, either side. I'm hoping it's the Steelers, of course. It's a big time game, so we'll see. I think the Steelers do have what it takes to pull it off and go out there and win. So my score prediction is 23-20. Steelers win a close one on the road and then head off to play Baltimore. I think we play Baltimore at home, so that's good. Play Baltimore right after, and then you got another division game after, and another division game after. So it'll be a tough stretch of games, and I'm ready for it. I'm ready to see our Steelers go out there and perform at a high level. So that's basically all I have for today's video, discussing, of course, the game preview of the Commanders and Steelers. Let me know down below what you guys think about the Commanders in this matchup and how the Steelers can exploit some spots. I feel like the running the ball against their defense is one thing you can exploit, and the Steelers' specialty is to run the football. And also on our side, when we play defense, to get after there and keep and contain the edges. Don't let the quarterback get out there and give them two options. You want to keep them in the pocket because a mobile quarterback, they get out there, they have two options now. They can either throw it or they can run it. keep him in the pocket. You know, you kind of one dimensional like that. When you're dealing with the quarterback who's not mobile, it's easy because you can keep him in there. He want to stay in the pocket. And you want to try to find a way to get him out. So it's kind of the opposite when you're playing a guy who's mobile and who's a smart runner too as well, and who can throw the ball on the run. So you want to be able to gap them and make plays. So hopefully the Steelers can do that and get the job done. My prediction is Steelers win 23-20. We'll see what happens on Sunday. We're doing a live watch party on either on here or my own channel like that. So just got to see which one I do it on. I'll probably make a decision and choose which one I do it on. Might start going back and forth with it and see what happens. But look out for that. But I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Peace out.